So apparently racism is not just a thing. Segregation is also a thing too still. I know that this has happened a while ago, but this was brought to my attention only recently when I started listening to BuzzFeed's podcast Another Round with Tracy and Hebben. I know that I work there, and I acknowledge that, but I'm not being sponsored or supported and talk about this in any way. I just really like the podcast. It's like my latest obsession in life right now. So apparently the Normandy School District in Missouri is not happy about underprivileged black children coming to their school. You know, like this was a conscious effort to give underprivileged people of color, because they have been systematically given less resources by the government back then, more resources now, and these white parents are just not having it. These white parents are not happy about this for whatever reason. I'm gonna share with you 4 quotes that I got from a Vox post. Link will be in the description below. Yeah, let's get started on these 4 quotes. Brace yourselves. I want to know where the metal detectors are going to be. And I want to know where your drug-sniffing dogs are going to be, one mother said, to rapturous applause. Okay, so the rapturous applause is already awful because a lot of people agree with this. Let's realize that this was only 2 months, that this whole thing was only 2 months ago. It wasn't in these quotes were not taken from the 50s and 60s. This mom is talking about black K-12 students. Like, they're not that old and probably might not even know where the hell to get drugs, but like a lot of people in this audience apparently think that just because you're black means that you know where to get all the drugs. Even like if you're like a child, even if you're like 5 years old, then you're just gonna magically be able to get into the drug business. I shop for a school district, another said. I deserve to not have to worry about my children getting stabbed or taking a drug or getting robbed. Once again, K-12. Like, apparently while still you're in K-12, like you'll just start stabbing people and you'll start like selling drugs or like mugging people. When I'm sure that all of these children want is just a better education. And I know that a lot of people might subconsciously still have these stereotypes, but to actually proudly say this, it's mind-boggling to me. I cannot. We don't have to like it, and we don't have to make it easy, another man suggested, saying the school district should start 20 minutes or 40 minutes earlier, making it a little less appealing for Normandy students to attend. So basically, I'm pretty sure this guy doesn't understand that these kids have had a much harder life than he has, by a long shot. I'm pretty sure that he's had a much more privileged life than them, and he thinks that the right thing to do is to just make their lives harder. When was the last time that these parents actually like ate some shit? You're saying that, oh, we don't have to like being nice to other people of other races, like you're basically saying like yeah, but it's totally fine if I'm racist. It's totally fine that I'm not okay with having underprivileged people that look different from me in my school. I don't have to like it. Yeah, you kind of do if you want to be a nice human being. Otherwise, a lot of people just think that you're gonna be an awful person, which apparently you are. And perhaps inevitably, one parent argued that it wasn't about racism, but rather reverse racism. I'm just gonna let that sit for a second. This is not a race issue. I just want to say to the first woman who came up here and cried that it was a race issue, I'm sorry. That's her prejudice calling me a racist because my skin is white. I try so hard to not be prejudiced towards the South, but this is not helping one bit. I have an aunt that lives in the South and she's great. I have friends that are from the South at work and they're great, but these people here, they're not making a good argument for the South and how cool and how awesome the area is, because apparently it's still a place where black people are being kept down. Like, she got a big standing ovation and applause for this too, which scares the crap out of me. When you're privileged and you say something racist, you probably don't realize that you're saying it. The fact that you're saying that this is not a race issue doesn't not make it a race issue. Not in the least bit. I think this reminds me of the problem that is going on right now, that so many people are calling out racism now, which is a great thing, but now it seems like certain white people are not sensitive to it anymore because people are using it so much. And so they'll feel like they're being clever by preempting something racist that they're saying, you know, like, why the hell would I want black people at my school? And then they're like, oh, here come here come all the comments about me being racist, even though I'm not being a racist, hashtag not being a racist. If they think that people are calling them racist just to shut them down, even though they are being racist, there's not really a way to change their opinion because they think that everybody that calls them a racist is just a hater. Oh my god, this is exhausting. I'm like sweating from how upset this makes me. Because what you're saying is that just because they're non-white children going to school with your pretty white non-children, that all hell is gonna break loose. That's racist. I don't know how else to tell these people that they're racist. You're being racist. It's like punching someone in the face and calling them the F word and saying like, hey, but I'm not being mean. Like, nobody thinks that all white people are racist. There's some really nice white people out there. You're being racist because you're being racist. Just to deflect any like idea that you might be wrong and that you might just have like a very limited view on the world it's so frustrating because there's not really a way to change their minds at that point if they think that they're right so wholeheartedly. Oh my god. I'm gonna go have a glass of water. If you want to check out more about what happened on Vox.com, I'll leave the link to the post in the description below. Please feel free to get angry with me because that's one of my favorite things to do with people. To get angry about race and gender issues and how fucking stupid some people can be and just how self-righteous they can be about it. Let me know if anything like this has ever happened to you. Or if you've seen anything like this in the media before. Let's get angry together. It's getting dark now, so I'm gonna turn this off. Bye!